Sorry, I have to wait for this record sound to come on and then we can start. It's just taking a little bit longer today. But this is a video for 4.01 help. So a couple words I want to go over before I do a couple examples are, well, first the word is perpendicular. And perpendicular means two lines that cross to make a right angle. Okay. And if you see that, how it makes that right angle, you can tell that the sign for perpendicular is just an upside down T. So that means perpendicular, they create a right angle. So they cross just directly into one another. The word parallel, which you will also see written as two lines like this. Parallel lines do not intersect. Oops. Do not intersect. Ever, 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 ever. So they can look like this, or they can look like the symbol over there and go up and down. Make these different colors so we know we're talking about two different lines. But the green lines will never touch, and the black lines will never touch. They can go on and on forever and ever, and they'll never touch. They will never intersect. But the symbol for parallel is this right here. I know you guys know what a circle is. I'm aware of that. Here's a circle. But something I want to just throw in here is that a circle is 360 degrees. So if you ever rotate something 360 degrees, you're rotating it in a big circle. Angle, the symbol for angle looks like this. So if I say that's an angle. So if you see something like, I don't know, well, put it in purple, like this, and this is M, this is N, and this is O, this would be angle N right here. This red one would be angle N. But we're talking about that letter right there. And that's a symbol for in black over here on the side. The next one is vertex. So we can also talk about angle N as a vertex, but the vertex is right here where two lines meet. Where two lines meet. So if I have, we'll do it in pink, something like this. This is line X, and then this is line Y. Their vertex is right here at, we can call it A. So vertex A. Okay. The next one is a line segment. And a line segment is just a line like this. And the important part of a line segment is it ends. Okay. It has two endpoints. And I'm just going to write that to the side. Has two endpoints. And that's different than a line because a line has two arrows. It goes on forever and ever and ever. Forever and arrow. Has two arrows. But there is a difference there because that line will go on forever and ever. It's not just that long, it keeps on going in both directions. So make sure you know the difference between the two. Okay, so here are the words that you need to know. I'm going to do two quick examples because this unit is really pretty simple geometric concepts, so they should be things that you've seen before. But the problems can be worded a little tricky, so I want to go over two of the trickier ones that I saw. So here's a question here. It says, if each point in the diagram can act as an endpoint, how many distinct line segments can be formed using the set of points? So, for example, we can have the line AD. We can have the line, pretend like D doesn't exist. We can have the line AC. And if we pretended C doesn't exist, we can have the line A, B. Now it looks like there's 3, right? But let's pretend A doesn't exist. And let's start with D. We could do D, C. That makes a line. If we pretended like C didn't exist, we could do D, B. And we can't really do DA because we already wrote AD. You can't use the same 2 letters twice, even in a different order. And then if we pretended that D didn't exist and we started with C, we can do C, B. So altogether, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different line segments that we can make out of this line. Okay. So then the last question I'm going to go over is in the image, point A, I'm going to put that in pink. Point A is the center of the circle, which 2 line segments must be equal in length. So let's try the first one. It says HI and BC. So here's HI. So look at how long this is. It goes all the way across the circle. But BC just goes right here. Those 2 are definitely not the same length. So not this one. Okay, let's try EF and HI. So here's EF, goes all the way across the circle. And here's H and I. H and I also go all the way across the circle. So that definitely could work. But let's check the other 2 just to make sure. Okay, let's do AH and BC. Here's A, here's H. Okay, so it goes halfway through the circle. BC, though, is close, but it really doesn't go through half of the circle. They look close, but we can't tell for sure. So that's going to be an X. And then we can try EF and AI. So here's E and F going all the way across the circle. And then A and I only goes through half of the circle. So we know that one doesn't work. So our correct answer here is EF and HI. So just make sure you really know your common geometric words here and what they mean, and just keep that as a reminder. But all of these questions are pretty different from each other. So if you know these, then it should be a really big help to you.